I had experience teaching with management simulations for about 20 years. And I really became a true believer in the strength of simulations to help develop students' skills in a concentrated period of time in a way that really strikes them, that they learn quickly and they learn strong lessons from the simulation because the feedback is immediate and they can see the effects of their decisions. And so I thought it would be fantastic to have a simulation, a complex simulation, as the end course, the capstone course in our MHA program. And the other feature of simulation is that nowadays students can play, right? Anyone can play the simulation online. And because this is an online program, I thought that the simulation would be excellent fit for the fact that our students are working full time. They can play the simulation on weekends and the evening, and it would be a capstone experience that would bring them together working in teams. I'm a strong believer in simulations for the last 20 years and of my teaching career. And I just saw that as a perfect fit for what we're trying to do with the MHA students, as I say, especially because of the online capability of the simulation. I think the important thing to remember is that perhaps the most critical benefit, most important benefit of a simulation is that the students learn by doing. Earlier, I described the importance of having a challenge, an engaging challenge, a realistic challenge, and of having immediate feedback that a simulation provides. Also, the opportunity to build teamwork skills because they're working in teams of 3 to 5 individuals making these decisions. That's a critical skill development as well, leading and facilitating, being a team member of effective teams. So for me, the challenge and the experience was very rewarding, as it has been whenever I have done simulations, because I get to see the students making decisions. So in our online environment, we divide the teams into breakout rooms. I have the opportunity to visit the rooms very easily throughout the periods that the students are making decisions. So they have to make 6 decisions in our current simulation over a period of several days, and including, as I said earlier, decisions about primary care acquisition, telehealth, as you brought up, opioid prevention, and just managing the basic service lines. So I get an opportunity to drop in and observe the team dynamics, to actually see them in real time, making decisions, using data or not using data. What data are they looking at? Right? How are they thinking strategically or not about the problems and challenges that they face? So for me, that is an important part as a teacher, because I can see and give feedback. And at the end of each decision round, I can step back and see the results, right, that the simulation provides about the performance of each team on the key performance metrics, including, as I mentioned earlier, quality of care, financial management, financial outcomes, access to care, patient satisfaction. I can step back at the end of each decision. I can see how the teams are performing. I can dive more deeply, right? I have time to dive more deeply and see what are the drivers of those outcomes. And then I can give feedback after, and I did give feedback after each decision round to each team. So not only can I observe them making the decisions, then in a timely way, day by day, I can meet with the students online, meet with each team, have plenary sessions as well, and give them feedback and discuss strengths and weaknesses that I see in their performance and their decision making and their teamwork and their strategic thinking across all of these domains that we've been discussing. So for me, it's really exciting and fun to be able to see the students apply what we hope they have learned for the last few years in the program, to see them apply it in the context of the simulation in real time with difficult challenges that they face. So the other thing, the other component, so there's a chance for me to provide real-time feedback. There's a chance for me to observe how they're actually behaving. And the third component I would say that was very important for me was to provide them just enough information about how the simulation works in the context of the particular system that they're managing and leading, but not too much. So the idea is that they have to learn by doing, and I have to create a safe environment for them to make mistakes and learn from their mistakes. So there's the element there of how do I be true to learning by doing and letting them, by trial and error, make decisions, learn from the game, and then comes the other elements of my observing them, making decisions, and the feedback. And I would say those three components, balancing the learning by doing, observing them in real time, and giving feedback in a timely way, that was a very rewarding experience. Plus, it's fun. You get to see the students, they're incredibly engaged. 10 o'clock. So for our students, just to give an example here, to illustrate how engaged they were. These are students who have very responsible jobs across large and even smaller healthcare systems, mainly in the New York City area, but also other parts of the country. So they come home after a full day of work, and we start playing the simulation about, let's say, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and they are excited, working incredibly hard until 10 p.m. at night Eastern time. And so I get to see them, really working hard and enjoying being engaged even after a long day at work. And that is incredibly rewarding, and it certainly reinforces to me the value of a simulation. I can see them learning, and I can see them very much engaged.